Hey everyone, thank you for clicking on this video and checking this out. I haven't done one of these videos on this channel in quite some time now. I checked, and the last time I did one was all the way back in 2019, so like pre-pandemic era, which is wild to me because, as you can tell by the title of this video, this is me vlogging about my record collection. Of course, we're not just talking about records, we're also talking about CDs and cassettes and other forms of media like that. But I can't believe that it's been so long since I've done one, because let me tell you, I have picked up quite a few releases in the time since 2019. Like, it's 2025. We're like 6 years later, or is that 7 years? I actually don't remember. So yeah, without further ado, we're just going to get right into it. I only have a small selection of records here today. I obviously have quite a few more, but it's going to take me forever to actually go through all of them in one video. So I decided I'll do these hopefully on a monthly basis to hopefully catch up with the amount of albums that I've missed. So we're going to start things off with this one. And this is Puffer with Street Hassle. This is their brand new LP that came out earlier this year. This is a punk rock slash hardcore punk, maybe street punk, rock and roll sort of band from Montreal. They are one of my favorite Montreal bands. I've seen them live a number of times, and every time they perform live, they just keep getting better and better for me. Their stage presence is just unreal. They bring so much energy to the stage, and the crowds, especially here in Montreal, they go absolutely nuts for them. But yeah, I really like this album a lot. It is, in my opinion, significantly better than their first EP. I really like the cover art with this dragon coming out from between the brick walls here. That's pretty cool. And then the back also has some pretty cool art with the two sides split up into these two rectangles here. I love the design of it. I love the way that this, strangely enough, I love the way that this sleeve feels, even though that might be a bit weird to say. On the inside, the record itself is black, and this was put out by Roachleg Records. Roachleg Records and Static Shock Records, apparently. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tracks on this baby. And it also comes with an insert, which I will unfold for you now, with all the lyrics on the inside. And on the outside is this really cool poster, if you want to put that up on your wall. I usually don't like to do this if the lyrics are printed on the same side or the same piece of paper as a poster or something like that. I really don't want to damage that. I like to keep the lyrics in the sleeve, definitely. Just because, yeah, I don't want it to get damaged. Put that back in there. All right, on to our next one. This is 1 and 2 by Poison Ruin. Oh, sorry, before we go on to this one, I just wanted to say that I picked that one up at Yorenfest in Hamilton, which Puffer played. My band Rat Piss also played. Puffer played the first night on Friday, October 17th, and then Rat Piss played October 18th on the Saturday. And I picked that up at their merch booth. So yeah, we have 1 and 2 here, which is the first two releases from Poison Ruin combined together onto one LP. I love the album art on this. These two knight guys who are, one of them is wielding a single flail, and the other one has the dual flail, which is pretty cool. I like the peace shields, the chainmail hoods as well. The belt on this guy is really cool. Logo up top is really cool, and it's overall just a very sleek and elegant design. I really like that. The back has this cool, very minimalistic piece, which I like, and we've got 10 tracks on this one as well. This was put out by Relapse Records. which is pretty cool. I saw Poison Ruin, I think it was last year at Search for the Sun. No, not Search for the Sun. Sitting on the Outside in Ottawa. And they're pretty cool guys. So the inside we have an insert which has all the lyrics on this piece of paper. This is like kind of a glossy, reflective piece of paper. Not really a huge fan of this. I definitely prefer the more standard, like regular sort of paper, because this, I feel, just has a tendency to get really greasy if you handle it improperly. But yeah, then the other side has some art of the two night guys from the cover, and you can't even see their faces. It's just it's very black metal, even though this is not a black metal band. Although, you know, you can say that Poison Ruin's sound is somewhat influenced by black metal. I think that would be a fair thing to say. And this record is actually white. Look at that. That's nice. Put that back in. Back into the sleeve it goes. Alright. On to number 3. And so that record, and the one I'm about to show you, I picked up on Halloween night this year at Fafun Electric with the Dope Throne, Sum, and War Crusher show that happened there. They had a little record station set up at the merch booth for someone's distro. Don't know who it was, but they had some very, very nice selections. I really enjoy the fact that I got that. And also this. This is a huge find for me. So this is Devil Master with Manifestations. This is I think their first demo or first EP. This was put out before they blew up with their first album, which is a favorite of mine. This has 8 tracks on it, as you can see on the back here. And yeah, I just love the cover art on this. It's so striking. I love the subtlety of the pink going against the black. It's just really nice. It's got that real old school vibe to it. It's just fantastic. I love it. And on the inside we have an insert that there's no lyrics on this one. So we just have the Devil Master, like, Satan sigil. Like, I don't know if you can call this a logo, really. It's more of a sigil, I guess. It's not even a sigil. A sigil is like a magic thing. It's just like an emblem. Let's call it an emblem. And then on the other side we have just a bunch of photos of the band. And this, I think, is possibly, yeah, I think this is like one of the older lineups of the band, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because they've had a few lineup changes throughout the years. But yeah, that's really cool. And then the record itself, I believe, is once again on black. So, what label put this out? Let's see, does it say anywhere? It should. Oop, something just fell out of it. Ah. You got a download code. I'm not showing you that. Get your own. This was put out by Relapse Records as well. So, put that back into the sleeve. Oop. It's always a bit of a struggle to put those back in there without damaging anything. Okay, up next is Erotic Terror by Hex Offender. And this is a band that's pretty cool. My band Mistwalker played with these guys in Hamilton last month, and that would have been October 3rd. October 3rd, we played with them at Doors Pub in Hamilton, and they were really cool. You know, this cover art, it's obviously very eye-catching, if you get my drift. You got also the speed metal wheel up here in the top corner, always a denotion of something of quality in my book. On the back you just have this cool photo of the 5 band members next to this like Roman temple sort of situation with the red speed metal wheel in the window. And yeah, then you have the striking eyes up here. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. And this was put out by Heibenstich at gme.net. I don't know who that is. I have no idea. So then on the inside we have an insert which has no lyrics. It's literally just the album cover, but in red. Slight red. It's very dark red. It's almost like wine or blood. And then you have the label's logo up here, speed metal wheel over here. Yeah, no lyrics. It's just blank on the back. And again, this is like that same kind of glossy paper that I'm not really a huge fan of, but this could make for a nice poster. And then, oh, apparently I got the last one, 200 of 200. Look at that. And then the record itself is red. Always like a red album. That's pretty cool. But yeah, these guys are kind of a black and roll band, black and heavy metal. It made a lot of sense for Mistwalker to play with them. Very, very reminiscent of Midnight. Even to the point that all the members of the band wear these black hoods that are sort of similar to Midnight's, except they have more of like a medieval executioner vibe. But then on the inside of the hoods, they have red LED lights where their eyes should be, and they're all wearing that same exact hood, so it's very, it's cute, let's put it that way. But yeah, you can see it on the back here. I don't know if it'll focus on that, but all 5 of the band members have these red eyes, which I think is cool. Alright, now, this next thing I'm about to show you is probably one of the strangest things that I have in my collection. When I saw it, as soon as I saw it, I needed to buy it. I knew I needed to have it. So, this is Satanic Mass, conducted by Anton Szandor LaVey, the first authentic recording in the history of a satanic ceremony. Sorry. This was recorded live at the Church of Satan in San Francisco. And let's see, on the back here, like, I love how the cover is just like, you know, this jumps out at you. You immediately know what you're getting yourself into. It's pretty cool. And the back has basically like the words that are spoken in the invocation and incantations by LaVey. And then you have this picture of him down here. Oh, my hand was covering it up, but yeah, that's the guy, the main man. So, I got this at Sonic Boom, which is apparently the largest record store in Canada. I don't know if that is true, but I believe it because it was enormous. And I got that while Mistwalker was in Hamilton and Toronto on that tour last month in October. And the record itself is blood spatter red. So, gotta love that. Gotta love the extra attention to detail. Huge fan of that stuff. I have not listened to this yet, but I am looking forward to putting it on and having a spooky night. Oh, unfortunately, this is one of those albums that doesn't like to go back into the sleeve. Some of them you have to fight with a little bit more. There we go. Okay, cool. Alright. And once again, another one that I got at the same place, at Sonic Boom Records in Toronto, is Skullfist with Paid in Full. Now, I love this band. I don't love every record they've done, but this one, Paid in Full, is easily one of their best. Their best is Chasing the Dream, and this is like a very close second. I love this album to death. I think it's fucking excellent. It was one of my favorites of the year that it came out, which I think would have been 2023 or 2022. 2022, it says on the back here. This was put out by Atomic Fire, and it has 8 tracks, recorded at Vespa Studios, mixed by Chris Snow and Eric Ratz, mastered by Harry Hess, art by Sharon Emmon, cover tattoo thanks to Jeff Kesnell. Yeah, and this is just some like really sick, old school, classic heavy metal. It's got that 80s vibe. It's just everything that I want out of the new wave of traditional heavy metal is represented on this record. And the inside is pretty cool because it has the lyrics written on the gatefold itself, which is, I don't want to say it's like not common at all, but it's not something you usually see. And the sleeve itself is actually empty, but yeah, it's gatefold. You have the lyrics written like this, sort of like on a chalkboard style, which is pretty cool. And it seems to be that the thing that actually contains the record itself is just covered in photos of fans of the band, which you gotta love. You gotta love a band that loves their fans. And then the back is a photo of the 3 of them. You got Zach Schottler, Casey Guest, and JJ Tartaglia. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his last name correctly, actually. The band would like to thank all the nutbags on the other side of this paper. That's all those folks. And yeah, the record itself is silver. Ooh, it's like got kind of like a pattern of silver. Silver and stone, I guess. I don't know if there's a specific name for this color or this pattern, but I think it's pretty sick. And then there was also just this ad for Amorphous and At the Movies on the inside. And some t-shirts also. All this stuff you can get at atomicfirerecords.com. It's atomicfire-records.com if you're interested. Okay, so I'm not sure how much of that was caught at the end there by my camera. It seems like my recording would have actually run out of time. So whatever wasn't caught, I'll make up for it in the next one. But thanks for clicking on this video. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.